What's up, everybody? T-Bird from Natural Selection Tour. This is Behind the Battles. This is an in-depth look from the riders themselves of all the runs and all the head-to-heads that went down at the Yeti Natural Selection in Jackson Hole. We pit them together in the studio so they can give us a rundown of what went down when they were head-to-head on hill.
Elena really is the full package of a snowboarder who's pretty much built for the natural selection.
It was really interesting seeing the respect all the other competitors had for Marie. Nobody wanted Marie.
I don't think it matters what particular type of background you have, but you were digging deep into your bag of tricks to make something work on this course.
On day one in women's quarterfinals, we got to watch Elena Hight battle it out with Marie Francois. And on the first night we were in Jackson at the seating ceremony, I heard some rumblings from some of the rider crew that they did not want to draw Marie in the first round. Elena was tasked with just that, and they pushed it to a third and final run after going evens on the first two, and in the end, Elena emerged victorious. Let's jump into the studio and find out what was going through their heads as all of this drama was unfolding.
Yeah, champ.
Oh, hey. Good to see you.
You too. Hi, my name is Marie-Francois and I'm from Whistler, BC.
Hi, I'm Elena Hight and I am from Lake Tahoe.
We are going to be looking to these two women to really kick things off. Heat 1 of women's quarterfinals, Marie Francois, Elena Hight.
I was fired up, you know, first to drop. My theory was that if I drop first, I don't have to watch anyone else and just worry about me.
I think that's a good theory. I think that's a good rule.
Maybe not if you want to advance. But the gap was okay. I mean, I was like, I kind of like sat down there, but I was like, okay, this first one out of the way, that's cool. And I really wanted to hit this bird's nest from the start, and then like totally got nose heavy there.
You were so close though, you had it.
I did not have it.
I thought you had it.
I went from real fired up to like, oh no, goggles full of snow. I tried to put them up for a while, like put it on my eyes, and then I couldn't see anything. And I really wanted to backflip the next jump, like the poppy jump coming up. And I couldn't see anything, and I was pretty shooken up from that bail. So I was like, oh, just hit it straight just for this first run because you already blew it. and then I noticed like how bad this landing was.
Yeah, that was a battlefield in there.
Yeah. So, and then I wanted to maybe hit that one, and then I was like, oh gosh, the snow, and I was like, okay, you already just kind of killed yourself a little bit, just maybe
reset, get to the bottom.
Yeah, I was like, that was not that great of a start, but morale was still high, still stoked to be there, and that's when I said that was savage. Pretty sure. Here you go now.
Here I go. I saw the beginning of Marie's run, and so I was like, I gotta go a little faster on the first hit, but it looked challenging, like, you're such a boss. And I saw like how the snow was really affecting your riding, so I was like pretty nervous standing in the top. I felt like this contest is less about like competing against you and more like competing with yourself and just trying to ride the best we could, especially in the conditions. So my game plan was always to hit the hips. I rode them last year, so I was pretty stoked to hit them again. I saw you kind of case that jump, and then I did the same thing. This hip is so fun, but
gosh,
really fast. That landing is like, it's got a kink in it, and it's really hard not to get stuck in the kink. But honestly, I think that landing had the best snow of the whole course.
Really? Well, because it's kind of north.
Yeah, kind of more north facing and like solid snow.
Props, dude. Yeah, that thing was a spoon.
I liked the little Merrill hip. The landing was really flat though.
It was really flat, but
really flat.
Yeah, that was a sick line though.
Yeah, and then I just didn't know if I was gonna have enough speed
for this
for that hip, and so I got nervous and I went around it. That was not my plan, but I was shooken up. too.
You were?
Yeah, just like
From the snow?
from the snow and like, not like, didn't take any hard falls, but it was just like, oh my gosh, I don't
And you
know.
knew I fell, so you probably like, I don't need to risk it for the biscuit. Yeah.
I don't even think that went through my head, to be honest. No, I was just like, I don't know if I have enough speed. Like, I just want to get to the bottom.
I think we're going to see a lot more out of Marie Francois and Elena Hight on this run. They both have a much better sense of what's going on.
I decided to switch my run. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit the jump to the left.
Rather than the bird's nest.
Yeah, rather than the bird's nest. And I was real fired up. Like, that felt really good.
That was sick.
I was like, okay, this feels great. And then that's when it all went wrong. Like, I hadn't actually looked at that feature much. I didn't plan on hitting that initially.
Yeah.
And I was going into it, and I hooked.
Oh, you totally hooked.
And I didn't know,
Oh.
like, you know, I was off the takeoff, and I was like, all of a sudden I'm like, what's going on? And I'm sideways, and I'm, no! And I knew, I was like, this means I'm probably gonna knuckle it. And that was the best tomahawk my entire life.
I think you should win the bail award for that tomahawk. That was
Embarrassingly, I think I won best bail the whole contest.
that was a savage fall.
Yeah, just when I thought that first run was savage, I go and do this. What the hell?
That was. How are you feeling after that?
I can't even believe I seriously was like, I can't believe I'm okay. This is insane.
Okay.
You saw that. What did you think? You saw my crash.
I don't think I saw you crash.
Oh, you
though.
didn't? Okay, great.
Yeah. I didn't see. I was like in there, and you can watch, but I also was like,
Focused.
yeah. I don't know.
That was so sick.
That hit was my favorite. Yeah, it just got me the little like bump. It was the snow was like bouncy.
Very.
So even if you landed on your feet, like it was really easy to just get like bounced off. But I was super stoked to hit the Pine Island feature. That hip is like perfectly made.
And the ride takeoff, had you hit that last year?
I didn't hit that one last year. A little less pop, so I felt like I would have a better chance of landing because it like lined up better, which is why I didn't go for the bigger hit. And yeah, it's a fun feature. I love hips though.
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
very
I was
partial to riding hips.
pretty jealous of that you're goofy.
Yeah,
All
also
hips.
backside hip, I know.
We survived. Barely.
Oh my gosh, as if.
Oh, amazing. We are going to a tiebreaker. So both of these awesome individuals will head back to the
Nice
top
one, I guess.
and go one more.
I don't know, I guess when you look at my whole run, I did land a couple of little things, but in my head, I just blew it so hard on that crash that it was like, I thought I was done, you know?
Yeah,
And I was okay with it too. And then when the tiebreaker came up, that's why I was like, as if.
I think specifically for this event, they're really taking into consideration how tough the conditions were.
They've been down twice already. They each came ahead once. And now we are back at the top for our single tiebreaker for women's quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's run 3. I had a headache. Went a bit too small on that road gap, knuckled that, and then I was like, oh, you know when like you push yourself to go again, and then you're like, oh, I was just like, this is just a bad start. But I really wanted to try the bird's nest again. And
You nailed it this run.
no, I didn't nail it. I mean, it was way better than the first run.
Yeah.
I went a little faster and I got like fresh. I didn't go in the old tracks, which was better for me, but I still couldn't stomp it. So and at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, when you say you're done, what's crazy is that it just takes so much energy with with the challenging snow just to even like get down this course. So
Yeah, like, you
to
can't
do
even-
3 runs felt like hiking a massive mountain, and to me, like energy wise, like I was crushed after riding 3 runs.
This is a clean slate. Whoever takes this one advances to the next round. Very excited to see what she will do.
I don't think I watched you again, so I was like, pressure's on. Mostly I was just like really wanting to stay on my feet as much as possible.
Yeah.
And trying not to get bounced around, even though there was like fatigue in the legs and whatnot. I really wanted to get that. I finally cleared it
That was sick.
3 times. That road gap was like a funny jump. Hard to like
Sniper landing.
sniper land, yeah. I considered not hitting this and like changing my run just because the landing was so bomb holed out on that hit by then, but at that point I was like comfortable with that run and I didn't want to like switch it up and try to hit something completely different.
And that one, you went huge. I remember that.
Yeah, that
was
Pine
so
Island,
sick.
I was so close to keeping it together, just couldn't quite hold on.
But I feel like that counts. Like you rode away for so long, and then it's just like the train got you.
Battlefield.
It's hard on the mental, but it's an incredible challenge.
Yep.
There's nothing more challenging than snowboarding, I don't think, out there.
Sorry. That's why we love you.
And Elena Hight will move on to the next round, besting Marie-Francois in these quarterfinals. Wow. That was a tough one to call.
It was.
It's so fun. It's so sick how everybody gets along, and it's a contest, but really, like, everybody's just so stoked on each other.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think there's so much mutual respect between all the riders here, and there's no like real beef. And everyone really is just like going out to do the best they can. Like it is head to head, but there aren't really any rivalries or like I wanted us both to move on. It was almost hard to take the tie-breaking run because you're like, I don't know.
I know, it's heartbreaking. It's like, one of us can't go on. I'm just really stoked because you get to go to Baldface. You didn't get to go last year, and then you get to go to Alaska, and I'm really excited to see you shred there.
Aw, thanks, Marie. I know you would crush it up there, so I wish you were also going. One day we'll all go to all the spots.
We will.
It was a good battle.
It was great.
It was a great battle.
Yeah.